welcome back to Jack on a Journey. My name is Jack, and it's all gone a bit Pete Tong, everyone. It's all gone a bit Pete Tong. My last save corrupted. Completely corrupted. Completely my fault, because I wasn't saving enough, obviously. I was getting a bit too comfortable. So as you can see, it's a little bit of changes when it comes to results. Basically, what happened was, I recorded the last episode. This was like 2 weeks ago I recorded it. And we got up to these two games, the Varbergs and the Eskilstuna games, which we won and drew, I believe. And it just wouldn't save. The save, it just would not save. And no matter what I did, it wouldn't save. And I was doing an offline save, and when I do an offline save, I do the rolling saves monthly. And for some reason, that had transferred over to this save. So it was still monthly, and it wouldn't save. So I went to go close down the game to go save it. It just popped up with a message saying game couldn't be saved. So I was like, okay. So I loaded up my last save, which was just after the first game of the season, I think. Was it just after? No, it's just before. It was just before. It's like on game day of the last game of the first game of the season. And I was like, oh, crying out loud, okay. So I recorded a video redoing the season. Saved it. It saved perfectly fine. Went up to the Malby game and played that. And then I saved it, and once again, it just didn't save. Just didn't want to save for some reason. So I reloaded back another save. Luckily, it was because when I do save, I save 2 files just in case this kind of shit happens. Went back to that save. I just then holidayed up until this point, up until this episode. Didn't care if the results were the same as last time, if the scorelines were the same. I'm pretty sure they're pretty much similar, I would say. Pretty much similar. But I went there and it was saving regularly. I made sure I changed it to weekly saves, like rolling saves. Saving regularly, and then I got up to this point, I saved it. It saved fine. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed, everything is A-okay with the save. But like I said, the results are a little bit different. We won our opening game of the season. We've now lost it, but then we beat Malby, who we lost to. That was the same. That was the same. That was the same. That wasn't. So we drew. We beat them. Beat them 2-1, I think. We lost to them 3-1, but then we drew with these lot 1-0. 1-0. 2-2, and we beat them 1-0 this time. We did a 4-4 draw, which was amazing because we had a 4-4 draw with this lot just when the save corrupted. Because I saw it and I was like, bloody hell, I'd be love to tell you about this. Went to save it, didn't want to save. But luckily we got a 4-4 draw out of that, and then we beat Fasteles as well. So we're going to carry on from here. I do apologise, it is annoying. I haven't played the save for about 2 weeks now because I just didn't really want to go back into it after what happened. I was just really pissed off about it. But I thought, right, we got to record some videos now. We've had a good 2 weeks off. Let's record some Football Manager videos. Let's get back into it. It's only a little save corrupt. Let's get back into it. We are still in 9th, which is perfectly fine. 13 points. So close to the relegation than we are to the playoff place. That is perfectly fine. I don't think there's been any transfers to tell you about. Some transfers for him because he got pissy, because he wants to leave because he wasn't playing enough. No transfers has been made. This is the thing, because I holidayed up until this point. The assistant manager wasn't playing certain players, and Antuna was one of them, so now he's upset he's not playing enough, to be fair. He's been playing crap. But now that I'm back controlling, same with Solero, now I'm back controlling, I'm going to be playing these two because they're decent players. Don't know what my assistant manager is going on about. But we're going to be playing the 4-2-2-2. That hasn't changed. That's the only thing that hasn't changed. Darling in goal. Geordie, Lorentzen, Mikkelsen, Ramhorn, Titty, Clark, Kalkvitz, Antuna, Erlandson, and Solero up front. When I hit quick pick, hold on. Yeah, I thought that was the case. I remember switching those two around previously, obviously it hasn't saved as much. I want Mickelson on the right-hand side. I don't know why. I just like him on the right-hand side. Hasn't made any other changes. No, let's get into the game. I forgot who we're playing. It's a good start. Orgryte were the team that we played in the cup competition earlier on in the season, and we smashed them 4-0, I believe it was. So in the group stage cup, whatever it was, we smashed them 4-0. So this would be a good comparison on how far we've come. I don't think we've made any signings since that game. Don't think so. It's been so long. What's happened here? Why is it not loading properly? There we go. It's probably because I haven't opened Football Manager in, like I said, in 2 weeks. So it's just like, what is this game? How have you never played this game before? It's like, I have a laptop. Come on. Get with it. Right. End team talk. That's fine. Right. So they're 8th. They're pretty much having the same season as us. Kalmar is still down there. They're still having a terrible season. It's weird because that period of time is the longest period of time for ages. Okay, we got 1-0 up. It's the longest period of time for ages that I haven't played Football Manager. I went to Vegas for 10 days in July, and even there, that was the longest time for the years that I hadn't played Football Manager. That 10-day period, because I didn't take my laptop with me. Because why would I when I'm in Vegas? But 2 weeks purely because it was completely my fault. I can't moan at anything about that. I'm just not saving it enough. But it's just, when a save corrupts, it's just like, oh, I can't be arsed anymore. Do I really want to do this? And I was like, luckily I'd recorded so many videos in advance because over the Christmas period and whatnot, I'd recorded so many videos in advance. But yeah, if you go and check my Twitter, I think I was moaning about it on there for quite a bit. It was quite a while ago, so you can see how far advanced I was in this save compared to when my videos were getting uploaded. So, but yeah, it's a decent run by this bloke. I just couldn't find the motivation, I guess you could say, to open Football Manager and get this, because it's just like, oh, what if it just doesn't save again and whatnot. But at the moment it's doing fine. I've been doing a lot more over on the podcast channel, on the wrestling channel, Bad Bookers Wrestling Podcast. Go search it, subscribe over there. I mean, a hell of a lot to me. Yeah, I've been doing a hell of a lot more on that in the time that I've been away from this. I haven't even been away from this channel because I've still been uploading regularly. But if you've been looking at my Twitter, I haven't really been promoting them at all. I haven't really been saying oh, look, this video's out today, go watch it. I've been doing the odd one, and that was it. I just haven't had the motivation at all for anything YouTube wise on this channel anyway. But we're back into it. I thought, right, stick your head out your arse. Come on, mate. Sort your life out. Erlandson. Oh, could have squared it there. Sort your life out. Get going. It's just a bloody game. Just because it didn't save doesn't mean you can't play the game anymore. So I'm back into it. Thankfully. I'm going to be recording a few episodes today. So I'm further ahead. So today there's an episode coming out today, which is the first episode of this team. So last season, pretty much. That's today. That is on the 10th of January. That's coming out. I'm recording this, obviously, on the 10th of January. But this won't be out until the 20th, I don't think. So something around that time. About the 20th. So you can just tell how far I'm ahead with this save, which I like. I like being ahead on episodes and not rushing to do episodes. That's the one thing I learned from when I started YouTube with the Tigers. I would try and force myself to do episodes daily, and at times it just wasn't working. It just was not working. Yeah, at the times it just wasn't working, but I was forcing myself to do them, and it's just like, if you're going to force yourself to do videos, there isn't much point in doing them. That's why back then I moved to one every other day, and that's why I moved this to every other day. Sorry about that, I had to get something on my phone. What was I talking about? I can't remember what I was talking about. I can't remember. Trust the two unhappy players to be playing crap. I completely forgot what I was talking about, lads. Oh yeah, daily uploads. Daily uploads. It's not. There's no point forcing yourself to do them because you're not going to enjoy it, which I wasn't. So that's why I moved to every other day. I was doing daily uploads now, like a few months back, but I moved to every other day because I wanted to focus more on the wrestling on the podcast channel, which has been going very well recently. And we're not going to get another highlight here, are we? Bollocks. That's a loss. How annoying. A pretty even game, to be fair. We had a lot more possession, but no clear-cut chance. It's a pretty dull game in that aspect. But yeah, it's like, don't force yourself to do uploads every day. At the end of the day, I haven't seen much of a difference from uploading every other day to every day, if I'm honest. I know some channels do like a couple a week, something like that. So just do what you're happy with. That's the only thing. Don't force yourself to do daily uploads if you can't do a daily uploads. Simple as that. I don't know how we got onto that tangent. Anyway, I didn't speak at all about that game. I just rambled on throughout. We did lose 2-1. If you're just watching while we're in the kitchen or something, we lost to Orgryte 2-1. Drops us down to 11th, but it's still pretty tight. This is what I mean. If we can get like 2-3 wins in a row, we're up there. We are up there, to say the least. Let's go on to... It's not a disappointing collapse, is it? Let's be honest, mate. Let's be honest. Let's go to the next game, which is the GIF Sandsfall game, who are sitting in 4th. So that's it's a tough tie. We'll go to that game, and I shall see you in a second. I managed to hit record to record the second match. It's always good, isn't it? Remember the last episode when I didn't record? Yeah, moving on. We're going to be playing the GIF Sandsfall game. We have made a signing, everybody. Jason Lockilo. He's a Congolese man. He's also Belgium, so he counts towards a European player, so he's not foreign, if you will. He's a left-footed right winger, but he's also more effective as a winger on the right-hand side, which is weird. But he can play inside forward, advanced playmaker. He would do anything on the wing. He looks very, very good. 3.5-star current, 5-star potential. He was at Palace at some point. I didn't even see his history when I signed him. So he got released from Palace. So he was at Anderlecht and then went to Palace on a free, and then on loan to FC Laurent in the French League 2. And then back to Paris. He never really played for them, other than that one cup game, I think it said, wasn't it? Even though it doesn't say when he got a cup game there. But now he's with us. He looks very, very good, in my opinion. He was brought in purely in case, because, right, let's go back to the tactics screen while we're here. Antuna is unhappy at the moment, and where is he? Afokwa is out of contracts in the summer. By the way, same team. Probably just wondered why my door opened. Dog's in there. Right, what was I saying? Right, you're right wingers. Antuna is unhappy, so I don't know whether he's going to be leaving soon. And Afokwa is out of contract when the season ends. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with the right wingers. I just don't know. I just don't know, everyone. So I've brought in a right winger who looks very, very good. Like, if Antuna goes, he'll go straight into there. If Afokwa goes, then Antuna will be the second choice, with this guy being first choice. So either way, this guy's going to be first choice at some point. But we're going to ease him in as we go because he's never played in Sweden before. He doesn't know the language, so we're going to ease him in for the time being. He can be number 24. I'm not having a right winger who is number 4, to say the least. What was I saying? This team's in 4th. The team we're playing, GIF Sandsfull. They're a decent team, I believe. I might have applied for a drop there as well, but I can't remember. It's been quite, like I said, it's been a hell of a long time since I loaded up this save. They're playing 3 up front. That is cheating. They've got a centre back called 1, just 1, the number 1. Good luck out there. Go out and pull an upset. Certainly well, boys. Come on. There's a lot more to come from you. Players love that. It'll be a good player to come off the bench as well. This I forgot his name. I've forgotten his name. How brilliant. This is the squarest pitch I've ever seen in my life. This is horrible. This is. Jesus Christ. Can I zoom in a little bit? Oh, it's a bit too zoomed in, isn't it? Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this whatsoever. We got an early highlight, though. That's fine. Kaugvitz is on the ball. Plays in Solero. Gets past the defender. Has a shot and he's hit the post. Unlucky there from Solero. Solero is about to become happy again, I think. He's unhappy because he wants first team football. Now that I'm back in charge after the whole fuck up, what I said earlier, I said in the press conference that he's going to get game time, and a promise came up saying Solero expects game time now, and he's just bagged in a goal. Fair play to him. He expects game time now, which he will, because I'll be playing this 4-2-2-2 formation, and he's our second starting striker behind Erlandsson, so he's 100% going to get game time. Definitely not offside by the looks of it. And we won that up, but we have got an instant highlight. Right, I realised I pressed pause and then didn't bother talking. We've got the ball back now. Are we going to get a second goal? Interesting. Don't fuck it up, boys. Kaugvitz on this left-hand side gets past his man perfectly. Running in the middle. Solero's on the ball now. Finds Jarrett. Can we get it out? If this wasn't a defensive fullback, he'd be up there and offering an option. But I'm not trusting any of our fullbacks at the moment with being an attacking fullback. Not while we're like a semi-mid-table Swedish team. Maybe if we're up in the echelons of 4th up to the top, maybe, but not at the moment. Right, another highlight here. 33 minutes into the game. This pitch is doing my head in. The players look so far away. It's unbelievable. Gracia on the ball finds Karlstrom to Aloha Luta. Can he get the ball in? He can. Mikkelsen wins, all 6'8" of him, wins the header away. We managed to get it clear, but only as far as the edge of the box, and they're playing some decent football here. Plays out wide to the fullback. Bitchu's there, and I think it hit the post, and then Darden picked it up. So we've not conceded. That's fine. That's fine by me. We're not FMing them. They're just, every shot we've had has been a chance, which is pretty mental. A great ball out here to Antuna, who crosses it in even. Erlandsson had a chance there, but it's saved by the keeper. And we've got a corner. Once again, that was a third clear-cut chance. Decent ball into the box there from the corner, and it's just headed over. Not too bad. They've got a corner now. Morse whips it in, and we've headed it clear only once again to the edge of the box. Sternhagen to Lindhau. Plays it out to 1, the centre-back. I was going to say, if he crosses it in, it's probably going to be terrible. He does cross it in. It's quite a decent cross, actually. Karlstrom, we've managed to pick the ball up. They're all over us, but they're not having decent chances compared to us. We've had 5 shots. I think 3 of them have been clear-cut. 1 of them have been half-chance. So we're getting chances, and we 1-0 up into half-time, which, you know, if we're picking up chances, we deserve to be 1-0 up. That's what I say. We've got to guard against complacency here, because they're a decent side. I think they're up in 4th. They're 5th now, but they were up in 4th. And a win here could close that gap to 4th very nicely for us. So let's keep on going. Get a second goal as quickly as possible, and then we'll be laughing. Great ball in for Mikkelsen to Solero, but that's a wonderful tackle from the centre-backs of Sundsvall. And it could be on a counter-attack here. Bitshow has got the ball. Plays out to Morse, but we win it back. Mikkelsen couldn't really find any of our players, but that's a great save from Darden. And they got a corner. My mind just went blank then. They've got a corner. My mind just went completely blank then. We are I'm worried that we are getting, like, every highlight seems to be their highlight, even though we've got a lot of possession and getting a lot of chances. They're still getting on top of us a little bit, which I'm not liking particularly. I'm not going to lie. But we're about an hour in, and it's going okay at the moment. I'm just going to throw out a concentrate, if it bloody lets me. Where is it? Concentrate. There we go. We're going to be making our substitutes in a minute, I think, just to freshen things up a bit. Mikkelsen wins the header again, and once again, it's their highlight. They're going to score soon, and I can see it probably being this highlight. Mora's Gracier's on the ball for them to Karstrom. Plays it out wide. Kalvich really should have got there, but once again, we've cleared it away, but it's gone back to them. We're just being camped, considering we got 60% of the ball. We seem to be getting camped out in our box a hell of a lot, which I'm not particularly liking. I'm not going to lie. Is that a free kick penalty? It's a corner, right. They've made a hell of a lot of substitutions as well. Whipped in the ball, and Darlin has made a great save there. A great save. Let's make our substitutions. They've made 2. We're having a very good game, but I'm thinking, should I go to the 5 at the back formation? Because we're getting a lot of possession. We're just not really doing anything with it. Solero can stay on because he scored, and it's only fair to the bloke to stay on. So Ramhorn can play in centre-back. That's what he likes to do, as well as right-back. And then Florin can come in. Or should we bring on Jack Clark? No, he's already at 80%. I don't really want to risk him that much. Who else has had a pretty bad game? No one in particular have had terrible games. We're just going to make that substitution for the time being then, just to see how we are. We're going a bit more countering, because there's no point having 60% possession and being camped out in our box constantly. That just doesn't make sense. But hopefully this just kind of ends the highlights, if you will, and we can keep on going for a little bit. Let's change out Titty because he's a little bit tired in that centre mid. We'll bring on Jack Clark because he's got more fitness than Titty, to be precise. Mikkelsen is a little bit tired as well. Some of the centre backs are tired, but they're doing really well in terms of ratings, so they should be okay. Kalvitz is very tired as well. So we're gonna bring on Eriksson for Kalvitz. Where is he? There he is. I can't really play on that wing, but he can't play on the wing, but he's a left back, so that left hand side should be solid now, to say the least. We've got 3 minutes until the full-time whistle. Oh, they're going to score, aren't they? Oh, what a save. Darlin has been absolutely great this game. He deserves to be man of the match. It's amazing that he's on a 7.2 as a keeper, to be fair, but he deserves to be man of the match. He has pretty much won us the game here. After an early goal from Solero, we've managed to beat GIF Sandsval, hopefully. 1-0. I was going to say 5-2 for some reason. 5-2. We've beaten them 1-0, which it certainly closed up the gap in that league table a hell of a lot, getting this win. That's an excellent performance. Mikkelsen getting man of the match, which he got a 7.7. Considering last season he's getting barely above a 6.3 on most games. Very, very good. I'm glad that I've kind of based my team around him because he does look good. He does look good. We'll show you the league table first. So this is what the league table is looking like at the moment. 3 points behind third, and I think third's going to the playoff with the top league. So that's going to be interesting to see. It's very, very, very tight, but we also need to keep an eye out on the relegation zone because we are only 5 points behind, 5 points ahead even of that. But to start the episodes, we were close to the relegation zone and we were top 3. Now we're closer to the top 3 than we are the relegation zone, so that is fine by me. I'm just looking up what I've written down on for the next episodes. Trausberg and Etskins. Oh, so we've only got one game and then we're back. Trausberg and Utsixtens. Yeah, those teams. So we're only playing the one game and then we're back in action. And then what's the episode after that then? Why have I done it that close? Osters and Kalmar. So we're having a little bit of a gap after that. So the next episode will be Trousborg and Uxixtons. It's wrong, isn't it? It's just wrong. It's just wrong. But we had an okay episode. At least we got the win in there. Form's looking okay. If I do that, form's looking okay, isn't it? It's not looking too bad. But if you did like that, please leave a like on the video. It means a hell of a lot to me. Backframe Football Manager. Love it. Love it. If you are new around here or you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you again in the next episode for those 2 games in the league. Thank you very much for watching.